Hi guys. So lockdown lesson today is a question that came in that their 16-week-old puppy doesn't like walking. So at 16 weeks, a developmental stage has ceased. So the socialization, the critical socialization period. So it's not unusual for dogs once they hit the 16-week marker or in and around that they will be apprehensive. So up to that age, you will see that the dogs tend to be quite curious, and then after that point, they tend to be a lot more cautious. Also, it's not unusual for dogs that were previously comfortable with certain situations or with certain people to now act like it's a totally new experience. So when this happens, you just need to go back to basics with it. So back with your treats, back with making them feel safe, giving them a little bit of distance, being patient, taking their time. Don't be dragging them around on the lead when you're out and about just to get from A to B. Just taking their time, letting them take in all the stimulus that they're seeing. Remember, it can take a dog up to 5 minutes to process what they're seeing visually. So a lot of the young pups that will put the brakes on and sit down or lie down in the middle of the street, they're not being stubborn. They're just taking in all the stimulus around them and trying to process it, and just weighing up the cost risk analysis really, and making sure that they feel safe before they start moving again. Now, if the pup has already if the pup has always hated walking and it just happens to be 16 weeks now, you're probably seeing that it's getting worse. So if that's the case, you need to go back, start really, really slowly. What might have happened is you might have put the dog in situations that they were uncomfortable in and kept them in that situation. So they've already built up a negative association with them. So remember, in that stage up to 16 weeks, the dogs need to really get exposed to lots of different situations. But if we bombard them, they can be very overwhelmed and then they formed a negative association. So we need to build up their confidence with it again. Another thing that I would see with a lot of dogs that the owners would say that they don't enjoy walking, it's actually nothing got to do with the walking experience. It's more got to do with the equipment. So make sure that the dogs are actually comfortable in the harness or collar that you're walking them on. So a sign of that would be when you take out your lead or your harness that your dog runs away from you. Instead of running towards you, getting excited to go for a walk. Instead, they are, look what he's doing, just with his bum up. Instead, what they are doing is they're saying they don't like that equipment. So if that's the case, just get back to introducing them to the equipment in a positive way, letting them put their head through the harness, giving them a treat, taking it off. I did a video on that. I think it was one of maybe in the first maybe 5 or first 10 lockdowns. So have a look back on the lockdown lessons and you'll see a video on that if that's the case. But I think I've covered that. So any other questions on it, put them in the comments, or you can contact me privately if you wish. And I will see you in a few days. Sorry, ask.